Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the Stamford Voice for your Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1 match review. The 12th-year Old Trafford drought for Chelsea continues in a match that was riddled by poor weather, 2 red cards, and the usual pedestrian Chelsea attack. Now, let's break this game down. And as I always say, it's always beautiful to have a Chelsea community here. So if you want to be part of it, subscribe and be part of this beautiful Chelsea community where we discuss serious outcomes like 2-1 against Manchester United and 12 years without a win at Old Trafford. Now, let us start with the lineup. Because Manchester United were expected to be, a counter-attacking team. So Enzo Maresca started with a pretty attacking lineup. He started with, of course, Robert Sanchez, Reece James on right back, Marco Corella as usual, Trevor Chalobah, and the surprise in Wesley Fofana. I don't understand why he decided to start Wesley Fofana and rest Tosin and Rabiot, even if we know very well that Tosin is not not Tosin, but Wesley Fofana is not a very good ball-playing centre-back. Trevor Chalobah is not a very good ball-playing centre-back. But again, Enzo Maresca decided to go with Wesley Fofana in midfield. Moises Caicedo, obviously, with Enzo Fernandez started. And Cole Palmer in the 10. Joao Pedro up top. And Estevao Willian and Pedro Neto. And this was a fantastic lineup. Of course, if you downlook the presence of Wesley Fofana in the right centre-back position. But again, it did not last long because Robert Sanchez did what Robert Sanchez does. Jesus Christ. Robert Sanchez will kill us one day. So, Mbeumo gets a through ball, and Robert Sanchez has two decisions to make. Stick to his line and risk conceding a goal, or come out and risk committing a foul. So Robert Sanchez chose to come out and try to go for the ball, but unfortunately Mbeumo flicked the ball, and again he got the guy, so he ended up getting a red card. Now I want to ask you guys, which would have been the better decision? To stick to your line and concede a goal, or to go for the ball and get a red card? Which one do you think, in the grand scheme of things, is the better decision for Robert Sanchez in this particular case? Give me your thoughts on the comment. I would love to hear what you guys think about those two decisions, because those are the only two decisions that Robert Sanchez had: to stick to his line and concede, because one-on-one you are most likely to concede, or come out your line, maybe you get the ball, maybe not, but higher chances you commit a foul, because this is one-on-one. So which do you think would have been the better decision for Robert Sanchez? So Robert Sanchez get red carded minute 6 and the whole game changes. Now Enzo Maresca had to respond. Obviously, the first thing he had to do was to bring in Philip Jorgensen to replace the red-carded Robert Sanchez. So he takes off Estevao Willian, and we understand that very much. So he takes off Estevao Willian and brings on Philip Jorgensen. But again, he takes off Pedro Neto and bring in a defender. And okay, that was a surprise, because then we are left bare going forward. So Tosin comes in place for Pedro Neto, and then I think Cole Palmer gets an injury a few minutes later, and he's taken off for Andre Santos in midfield. Now, once this happens, now you think, oh, so the only thing that Chelsea needs to do here is to defend, and take 1 point home. But this doesn't happen, because a few minutes after the red card, I think that is minute 14, Bruno Fernandes manages to score from a set piece. And I think we have a defensive problem now. I think we should now start talking about this, because even when we are 10 men in the field, I mean, one person is not there, so that means Manchester United have a man advantage. We should be able to defend a set piece properly, because this is a set piece. You are ready to defend it. It's not a running behind or an advantage of Manchester United having one more player than you. So we end up conceding a very useless goal. The play continues, so you think Chelsea should hold on to this 1-0 scoreline so that we wait for halftime, we go and reorganize our attacks. Maybe we can get one goal advantage and defend and get 1 point. But again, we don't even get to halftime because now another set piece comes in and we concede another goal. After conceding that particular goal, the game continues. Luckily, Casemiro gets a red card, and you think, oh, now we are 10 versus 10. So and Chelsea are going for halftime. So you think Enzo Maresca is going to rearrange the team, and the team is gonna come out attacking full blast, and we expected at least one attacking change, which we did not see. So we go for halftime and come back. Enzo Maresca doesn't make any changes. The game starts and we have tons and tons of possession, but we are still pedestrian with that possession. We can't do anything with this, even if we are both 10v10. We have over 70% possession, but we are not taking any shots. We are not threatening the goalkeeper. We are just moving the ball round and round and round and doing nothing with it. So Enzo Maresca decides to make his changes later on in the game. He brings on Malo Gusto and Tyreek George. For Tyreek George, I understand because he's trying to bring Joao Pedro to the 10 position where he has been very productive for Chelsea. So I understand that fully because you only need the striker to press the back line and press the goalkeeper, which is something that Tyreek George could do very well. So I understand that. But bringing on Malo Gusto was quite questionable, especially in a period where you want an attacking player. We even saw Enzo Maresca giving Alejandro Garnacho instructions, and we thought that we were going to see Alejandro Garnacho tormenting his former club, but Enzo Maresca decides not to do that. I don't understand why. Guys, do you understand why Enzo Maresca decided not to bring on Alejandro Garnacho and bring on Malo Gusto in a time where we needed a goal, in a time where we needed more attacking threat? I do not understand. So if you have an idea of why he did such a decision, let me know. So the game continues. We have tons and tons of possession, but we are not threatening the goal. We are not threatening the Manchester United backline. And we get a corner, and not a corner. We get a cross from Reece James, and Jehovah's son, Trevor Chalobah, puts one inside, and the goalkeeper doesn't move. So at this point in the 80th minute, you think if we are 2-1, Chelsea can threaten this goal a little bit more and maybe get another goal in the remaining 10 minutes plus added time. We continue having this possession, pedestrian attacking, and nothing to do with our ball possession. And the game ends in a 2-1 loss for Chelsea. Now, I know very well most of us are going to be blinded by the sequence of the game, the red cards, and feel like, this was a big loss. Even in spite of the fact that we got a red card early on in the game, most of our attacking players, in fact, all our attacking players except Joao Pedro, were taken off. We took off Stefan Willian, as mentioned, Pedro Neto. We took off Cole Palmer. So the only attacking player that we were left with was Joao Pedro. So even then, the amount of possession that we had, especially in the second half, and we have had almost nothing to show for it because the goal we scored was more of a set piece goal. So in terms of real attack and moving the ball, we were not able to show anything out of it. So I think we have an attacking problem and I think we have a defensive problem. So when you put these two problems together, that means Chelsea is in trouble currently. I mean, when you look at the goal we conceded late on against Brentford, when you look at all the goals that we conceded against Bayern Munich, and today the goals that we have conceded and the inability to make anything out of our huge possession in second half, except of course the Jehovah's Son goal, It tells you that we have an attacking problem first and foremost, because we are not able to convert our possession quickly and with a lot of fluidity from possession to dangerous attacks. Number two, we can't defend set pieces and crosses properly. Now, if you can't defend well and you can't attack well, what are you able to do? Guys, tell me down in the comments, do you think we actually have a problem, or do you think it's just the momentum of the game that shifted when we got the red card? Tell me your thoughts on what you think. I think the better players that we had today was Trevor Chalobah. He was quite decent defensively and got the goal, obviously. And of course, the usual 7 out of 10 performance from Moises Caicedo. Other than that, we had a very poor display today in spite of the red card. I think that was a poor display from Chelsea, and I'm hoping in the next weekend, maybe after Lincoln City, because I don't expect any serious trouble from Lincoln City come Tuesday. So I am hoping after Lincoln City, come the weekend when we face Brighton, we have to be on our best. And by the way, it seemed like Cole Palmer got an injury, and that could be a huge problem because in the last 2 games, Cole Palmer has had 2 goals. So losing such a player would be dangerous. I hope it's nothing serious. I hope it's something small and he can be ready for Brighton game in the next weekend. Thank you so much for keeping it here. See you in the next one.